guys? This is Seabasscrew here, and now I've got my video game collection. So let's move on to the Xbox 360. Yes, I'm a gamer. Throwing that out there. Oh, you don't play 360? Yes, I do. Yeah. First game is Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah. Generic Call of Duty game, most people would say, but actually I did enjoy it a little bit. Campaign was pretty good. The multiplayer was interesting. Oh, online was freaking addicting. I love the wager matches. I mean, the gameplay is no different than any other Call of Duty game that you played. Like intense gameplay, gunplay. Nothing I can say about Call of Duty. It's just one of the most overrated first-person shooters out there. So I had to throw it out to like every single company that praises this thing like it's the freaking godsend of FPS, which it's not. The next game is Battlefield Bad Company 2. This game actually, I didn't play that much. I mean, it was fun for a while, but it kind of got old for me. The campaign is pretty good, but the online multiplayer is where this game stands out. It's got the greatest multiplayer that rivals Call of Duty, and I hope Battlefield 3 has the best multiplayer out of all, because from what I hear, Battlefield 3's got the best multiplayer so far. And when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 picks out, we'll see who the victor is, and I will give you guys the winner of that video that I made. I don't know how long, but you know, Left 4 Dead 2. It's kind of like it's a zombie game. Yeah, it's nothing really much to say. Left 4 Dead 2, made by Valve. It was fun for a while, but it got really repetitive, and then it got really boring after a while. This is the kind of game that you would play with friends. Playing it alone is boring. Unless you want to have a terrible time playing a zombie game, get up and play campaign. But be warned, it's just boring. Single player is boring as hell. And but that's why it's made for a multiplayer only game. That's the only thing. Next thing is Assassin's Creed 2. I haven't beat the first Assassin's Creed, but my brother played this, and I played a little bit of it, and it's pretty good so far. I mean, it's pretty good. Just never played it that much. You know? Didn't really get into the Assassin's Creed series. I mean, it's a good game. Just, I don't know. I didn't get into it. Dead Space 2, did not play it yet, but from what I saw, the graphics are fantastic. The atmosphere is scary and freaking creepy as hell. Creepy atmosphere. And the storyline follows what Dead Space 1 had. And Dead Space Extraction is like a prequel, but nobody played that, so I wouldn't be surprised. Because people say, oh, because it's on the Wii, and because if it's on the Wii, I'm not playing this game. That's kind of retarded. That's just retarded fanboys. Dead Space 2, fantastic game. I wouldn't say it's the scariest game ever made. It's not scary. I mean, first few scares are pretty good scares, actually. I mean, I kind of jumped out of my seat a little bit. The sound really freaks you out. But some of them are cheap scares, and some of them are just like, you know. But its atmosphere is creepy, so I'll give it that. And I'm flipping out to get some more. I don't have a lot of 360 games because I don't know what happened to them. I really don't. Next game is... Oh, I kind of hit the camera a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Portal 2. Then I never really played the first Portal, but I did play Portal 2, and it was great, actually. It's a puzzle game based on hitting a portal on one side, hitting a portal on the other side, and you can walk through and come out the other side. I think that's a really unique concept for a game, especially for this. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that this game is fantastic on the 360, it's fantastic on PS3, but everyone's got the PC version. PC version is superior over the consoles. That's just a fact, period. And for anyone who wants to argue about it, please, come on my channel, and I will tell you why PC is superior out of all the other consoles. Call of Duty World at War, yeah, this one got pretty much freaking screwed up because it's got the ring there. And oh yeah, your 360 is a fantastic hardware. It really is, guys. I'm serious. It's the most awesomest console I've ever seen. I mean, look what it did. Look what it did to my disc. Superior hardware sure is fun, isn't it? Dead Space 2 Disc 2, yeah. That's pretty self-explanatory there. It's the second disc, contains pretty much everything. But yeah, back to the Call of Duty World at War. Yeah, this game was pretty fun. Only thing I didn't really enjoy, though, is a lot of people say, oh, but the Nazi zombies are the best part of this game. You can shoot zombies. You can go on online multiplayer. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's pretty fun and all. I mean, yeah, Nazi zombies is fun, and the multiplayer is fun. But seriously, I didn't enjoy the zombies. Zombies got repetitive. And zombie games always get repetitive. Always do. Now, oh, this game here, I actually played a lot, basically, back in the day. Gears of War 2. I didn't play this game that much, but then when I played the multiplayer about it, in the single-player campaign, and I started getting into it, it's a freaking fun game. I mean, the only kind of issue, though, is the controls for running is kind of clunky. But you can understand because they're carrying heavy-ass armor on their back and running towards cover. So, yeah, there's not really much I could say bad about this game, except for the fact that the graphics can be, the textures are smeared, but the graphics look fantastic on this. Fantastic art style. I really do love the art style of this game. I love the controls in this game, but the one thing I didn't get is, like, a lot of people will have trouble loading guns. And I think that's a unique concept that they put in there, because if you don't hit it right, your gun jams, and it delays the reload time, which is pretty cool. Pretty realistic, and kind of cool thing. Maybe annoying at first, but you gotta get used to it, because it puts strategy into the game. Because if you don't reload quick, you're pretty much dead. So that's all I can say about that. And one game I'm missing, Grand Theft Auto 4. The greatest Grand Theft Auto game I've ever played. Hands down, greatest Grand Theft Auto game I've ever played. The only issue in that game is the driving. I have never seen a game was like, oh, but the driving it's easy. You just all you have to do is brake and turn. Yeah, but what if I want to go careening off the road and act a little wild for once? It's nearly impossible to do a right turn, left turn, or go even straight without crashing into something and flipping your car over. It's nearly impossible. The steering is so stiff, as Storm Dane has already said about it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I didn't like about Grand Theft Auto. Oh, and that the single-player campaign gets very boring. Very does get boring sometimes. But I don't know. I haven't played through the whole campaign, but I love goofing off on that game. The best, most goof-off game. Like, if you have a bad day, pop in Grand Theft Auto 4, and you'll feel much, much better. I get the RPGs out, I put in the cheats, and I start shooting the cops in the air, shooting the cop cars. Oh, my God. It's so freaking fun. It is so much fun. The most funnest game on the 360 I've ever played. I don't care what anyone has to say about this game. Grand Theft Auto 4 is my favorite sandbox game ever. I am saying that, and I'm sticking to it. It is my favorite sandbox game I have ever played. Period. Sure, Destroy All Humans had some kind of sandbox elements into it, but it just was linear as hell, and you could not drive a vehicle, and you could not, have an RPG or anything like that. I mean, RPGs solve many problems, guys. It does. It solves many problems. I'm just kidding. It doesn't. I just went all off topic there. But that's my 360 collection. As you can see, I don't have a lot of our 360 games. I do have a lot more to show. They're mostly cases. But I do have a few more. I'm just thinking off the top of my head which ones I could say. FIFA 11. I did play that game. And it was actually pretty good. I mean, controls took a while to get used to, though. Because to use the stick to aim and, it just kind of felt really unnatural to me. Because I never played a sports game like that. I usually play sports games on the Wii because they're more interactive and more superior controls most of the time. But sometimes they're not. And some of them have horrific controls like deck of sports. And yeah, I don't really have to say much about sports. Like I said, I'm not into sports games because the only kind of sports games I'm into is like Madden 12, pretty much football and baseball. That's pretty much it. And I would play it at my friend's house, MLB 10 The Show, and then Madden 12. Madden 12 is freaking awesome. It's like the most realistic football game I've ever played. But I don't care about the other features. They could really just screw off for all I care. Well, that's all I got to say about this video. See you guys later. Peace out.